Welcome to TwinStrata's webinar comparing Google's Gmail and Office applications to Microsoft Exchange and Office. This analysis will show which of these applications are suitable for different size companies based on a 3-year TCO and respective cost of downtime. Before we begin, here's a quick company overview on TwinStrata. We are a privately held software company located near Boston, Massachusetts. We provide software solutions to help businesses optimize data availability and cost efficiency in IT planning and deployment. Our initial product, Clarity AP, is application and storage assessment and planning software that was used in today's analysis. Companies should perform a thorough analysis on all of the following areas before adopting cloud-based applications. Hard questions should be asked. With cost savings, can we save capital and operating expenses from moving to the cloud? With data availability, will SLAs of the cloud match that of my internal infrastructure? Integration, can I move my existing applications and data to utilize cloud services? Security, can I trust my data offsite with an external provider? Performance, will my applications perform as well as they do today? And compliance, will cloud applications introduce any complications around regulatory compliance to include data retention policies? This analysis focuses on cost savings and data availability. Other factors which merit a strong consideration may ultimately influence the decision to stay local or move to cloud-host applications. For this study, we assume that the other factors meet the minimum threshold requirements by a company. As mentioned on the onset of this presentation, Clarity AP was used to perform the analysis. Clarity AP is software that helps match applications and storage to the appropriate service level requirements to help ensure availability and recovery across multiple application tiers, storage tiers, and even data centers. Clarity AP quantifies business risks via a Bayesian analysis that calculates risk of downtime and data loss, ability to meet recovery objectives, capital and operational costs, and more. Clarity AP provides a simple ROI model that takes into account all of the above factors. What is perhaps most interesting about Clarity AP is the ability to model a number of what-if scenarios against existing configurations simply by dragging and dropping solution components from our catalog that you see here on the left side of the slide. It then provides comparative metrics across the scenarios to make the optimal IT decisions to meet business needs. Clarity AP's component catalog provides over 100 industry components and solutions that span both local on-site and cloud-hosted applications and infrastructure. These components are from best-of-breed industry vendors, many of which you see here. These components are modeled based on product specs, empirical and performance and street pricing information. The catalog is easy to expand to accommodate more components and allow users to adjust component values based on their individual experience. Our goal in creating a model in Clarity AP is to understand the cost and risk differences between Google and Microsoft applications. The analysis is for a company with 50 users. In Clarity AP, we created 4 distinct models. First, running Gmail and Google Apps. Second, running Gmail and Google Apps with 2 separate networks from a main site to mitigate risk of network outage. Third, running Microsoft Exchange on a server with internal storage and Microsoft Office with files residing on a PC local disk. And finally, Microsoft Exchange and Microsoft Office with data residing on a NAS storage system. The result of this analysis will show these applications are suitable for different sized businesses based on a 3-year TCO and respective cost of downtime. Clarity AP begins with a business impact analysis. For this example, we are modeling a 50-employee organization with the following parameters and risk factors. For email, we assume a change rate of 100 megabytes of new email per day. No extra copies of emails are kept outside of the server for DR purposes or archiving. For each hour of email downtime, we assume a 50% productivity drop in employees, resulting in approximately $1,200 per hour in terms of cost of downtime. For each gigabyte of email data loss, we assume a 2-hour loss of productivity for all employees to recover lost data. And finally, we assume that an external network outage will result in loss of connectivity for employees to the email server for a hosted email and add that risk into our hosted email model. For Office applications, we assume a change rate of 50 megabytes of new Office documents per day. No extra copies of documents are maintained outside of the default workspace for DR purposes or archiving. For each hour of downtime, we assume a 25% productivity drop in employees, resulting in approximately $600 per hour of downtime. For each gigabyte of Office application data loss, we assume a 3-hour loss of productivity to recover each lost document for approximately 200 documents. This results in a cost of downtime of roughly $30,000. Finally, we assume that external network outages will result in a loss of connectivity for employees to their Office applications for the hosted application. When you factor in the risk of downtime and the risk of data loss into TCO calculations, the analysis becomes a bit more interesting. The 3-year TCO for Google Apps with a single network jumps to $214,000 from $70,000. And the 3-year TCO for Microsoft Apps running with internal storage jumps to $320,000 from $183,000. With Google Apps, companies run a higher risk of downtime. Thereby, the 3-year TCO begins to get closer to that of Microsoft Apps hosted internally. Summarizing the results of the models, here are some key takeaways. For Model 1, Google Apps had the best adjusted 3-year TCO. Model 2 ran a close second to Model 1, where the network effects of Google Apps are minimized by adding a second network. Model 3 had a high risk of data loss and actually the worst adjusted 3-year TCO. And Model 4 had the lowest risk of downtime and high capital and operational costs. One important takeaway from this analysis is that the risk of downtime is significantly higher for Google Apps when compared to other options studied. As you can see from the chart, Google Apps is twice as high for email and up to 7 times higher for Office applications. One needs to keep in mind that the results of the BIA can significantly change if the impact of downtime were to increase due to, for example, revenue loss or loss of employee productivity. This implies a crossover point for a 3-year adjusted TCO as the criticality of downtime increases. We will see this on the next slide. This graph shows the preferred application based on the cost of email downtime. It highlights the application crossover points as the cost per hour of email downtime increases. In this analysis, once the cost of downtime exceeds $20,000 per hour, Microsoft Apps with an external storage solution provides the best 3-year adjusted TCO when compared to Google Apps with single and dual network solutions. For many large organizations, $20,000 per hour is not an unreasonable cost for email downtime. In conclusion, Google Apps is clearly the preferred solution for the sample 50-user company with the given metrics we used in this analysis. However, there is not a one-size-fits-all solution for all companies. Google Apps yields the best 3-year TCO when there is a small to moderate cost of downtime to the business. This may be ideal for smaller businesses having cost per hour of downtime of up to $7,500, such as the sample organization we modeled. A replicated network can potentially mitigate some of the risk. However, it is noteworthy that Microsoft Apps yield a better 3-year TCO when there is a more substantial cost of downtime to the business, provided that the local infrastructure is designed with appropriate policies and components to support uptime requirements. Such a configuration may be ideal for larger businesses with higher headcounts and/or greater revenue dependencies on application uptime. If you're interested in seeing the details behind this analysis, TwinStrata is offering a free download of the model along with a free 30-day trial of Clarity AP. Go to twinstrata.com and register to download your free 30-day trial. Once you are registered, you will have access to not only the respective configuration file for this analysis, but other models too. The file name for this model is shown here. With Clarity AP installed on your system, the model will automatically populate Clarity AP. You can modify the parameters to make your own assumptions and see how the results measure up. TwinStrata also offers a free product walkthrough by a qualified SE showing you the power of Clarity in matching applications and infrastructure to service level requirements specific for your business. Make the right IT decisions quickly and easily with Clarity AP. Thank you.